Tanner here with the Minnesota Cannabis College. In this video, we're going to teach you how to start seeds. Well, you might be nervous to start your cannabis seeds. In this video, we're going to show you there's so many techniques to ensuring success when starting your own seeds. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk through 3 different techniques today: directly into soil, directly into plug, and the paper towel method. Let's get started. The first technique that we're going to show you is directly into soil. I personally think that this is the easiest way to ensure that your seeds are started with success, and that's where we're going to show you this one first. To do this, all you really need are a few things. First, you need a tray. You also need a place that you're going to be planting your seeds in. In this case, we've got a pretty small pot, and I love it because it also comes with a humidity dome. That way, you're ensuring that you're trapping that moisture in, helping that seed to root towards success. We're going to first start by moistening our soil mixture. Once our soil is nice and moist, we can make a tiny indentation in the top part. You don't need to plant your cannabis seeds super deep, so we're just going to make it about 1/2 inch. Then we're going to take our cannabis seed. We're going to put it into our hole. We're going to plant that soil, covering it just slightly, ensuring that there's not a ton of light reaching the seed, but that the seed doesn't have a ton of soil that it has to break through as it continues to grow. All right, we cover our seed with soil. We put that humidity dome on top, and now we want to put that seed directly onto a heat mat. By putting that onto a heat mat, we're ensuring it's within that right temperature to ensure that our seed starts growing towards success. Next technique that we're going to show you is directly into a Root Riot plug, then taking that plug to plant directly into a soil. Well, this first technique is really great for photoperiods. It's not as great for auto-flowering plants. However, by using a plug, you can plant that plug into any size pot, be it a small germination pot or directly into a 5-gallon pot. The first technique, you sort of risk a little bit losing that seed. By using that Root Riot plug, it ensures that seed is held in place in the right spot and able to start growing towards success. And that's what we're going to show you here. To do this, you really only need a couple more things. You need that pot. In this case, we're going to use a tiny germination one, but you can also use a very large pot. We're going to have that humidity dome. Really, the humidity dome can be used with any size pot. Even a humidity dome this size, you can put directly on top of your pot, ensuring that that moisture and humidity are trapped right where that seed is growing. And finally, you need your Root Riot plug. Unlike the last technique, where it was really important that our soil was pre-moistened ahead of time, this one we can plant our seed and then water. We're going to take our seed and slide it directly into the open hole inside of that Root Riot plug. And then we're going to take our plug and put it directly into our pot. We want to make sure that we have enough soil to hold that plug in place. So we're going to add a little bit of soil around the plug. And now that we've got our plug planted in the soil, we can go ahead and water. Just like with our last one, put this on a heating mat to ensure that those seeds are able to start growing. If you're planting directly into a 5-gallon pot or something larger, the heat mat is not necessarily critical. In fact, it won't really do a huge amount. So really just stick these tinier ones on a heat mat. Anything a gallon or larger, not necessary. The last technique that we're going to walk through is an old school one, the paper towel method. Let's get started. So what do you need with this one? Well, really, you only need a couple things. You need a paper towel that you're going to be germinating your seeds in. You need a plastic bag that's going to act as our humidity dome, trapping all that humidity inside. Then you need some water to ensure that your paper towels are properly moistened. What we're going to do is we're going to take our paper towels. I recommend having at least a full square or 2 of the half sheets, so that way you have enough to fold over. We're going to take our paper towel and then moisten it. Not soaking, but ensuring that our paper towel has enough moisture to trap inside of there as our seed continues to grow. Slightly wring it out. Now we can get started. Start by unfolding your paper towel and lay it down in front of you. We're now going to take our cannabis seeds and place them directly onto the paper towel. And like you're tucking your seeds in for sleep at night, fold the paper towel over like a blanket. And then we'll place this paper towel directly into the plastic bag. We're then going to take our plastic bag with the paper towel inside of it and put it somewhere warm. You can put it on top of a heat mat, but honestly, you also can just put it on top of a refrigerator, somewhere that it's going to keep it slightly warmer than room temperature, and within a couple days, you're going to see those seeds begin to sprout. After a couple of days, your seeds are ready to be transferred. All you have to do is open up your paper towel inside of your plastic bag, and let's take a peek at them. You'll know that they're ready to be transferred as soon as that taproot is starting to be exposed. There we go. A visible taproot exposed and ready to be transplanted into our pots. Now there's two different methods that you can use. One is directly into soil, and two is using one of these plugs. We're going to show you both of them. Now to put it directly into soil, first what you want to do is you want to moisten your soil to make sure that it is ready to receive that seed. Otherwise, it can cause it to go into shock if it's not like that. Properly moistened, ready to go. We're going to then dig a nice little hole in there. We're going to gently transplant our seed, putting that root facing downward. We're going to then gently cover up that seed with soil until it's ready. And now we're in here, we're growing. The other method, instead of going directly into soil, is using your plug. So with this, what you want to do is you want to rip the plug open about halfway, so that way you can gently put your seed inside of here. Again, we want that root facing downward. And then we can take our plug and plant it into soil. And now with the plug in the soil, we're going to moisten our medium. And then as before, we're going to put that humidity dome right on top of our plant. Just like so. Now our seeds are ready to begin growing towards growing their first set of leaves. We're going to put this on that heat mat under some light. We're going to let it keep growing. When germinating seeds with a humidity dome, one question that is often asked is, when do you remove the dome? Well, in essence, as soon as you see the first real set of leaves begin to grow. Not the first leaves that are formed to begin absorbing light, but the first leaves that begin to truly look like a cannabis leaf. Once you see that, then that dome can be removed, because you know that root structure is stable enough that it doesn't really require that humidity to help trap that in. But don't forget to water your plants. All of these methods, from putting it directly into soil, to using a Root Riot plug, to putting it inside a paper towel, all accomplish the same thing. They get your seeds started towards growing. While we might think of starting our seeds as a pretty challenging first step, actually, there are so many ways to ensure success when you're starting your seeds. We're really excited to be able to join you on this journey. If you have any questions while growing, never hesitate to reach out to the Minnesota Cannabis College. Happy growing!